Hi, my name is Lauren Agresta. This is LA Life, a channel about my faith, family, food, and fitness. And today it's all about family and Christmas, of course. So stay tuned and enjoy. So today we have a special guest, one of my favorites, and he is the man behind the camera. So give it up for my husband!
Hello, everybody. I'm new to
Introduce
this.
yourself.
What?
Introduce yourself.
I'm Micah, Lauren's husband.
Yes.
That's about it.
But today we want to talk about 10 different gift ideas, gift exchanges for your family to do, whether you want to save a little money for the holidays or you just want to be spontaneous and do a little more, like something different this holiday. So,
Want some cookie?
sure. So my family's doing it for the second year in a row now. It is to draw names. And it works out better when you have an even number. It just happens that it's my dad, Micah, and two of my brother-in-laws, and then it's my mom, me, and two sisters. So it's about even, and you don't really include the kids. But if you do have an even number, you can write everyone's name down, put it in a basket hat, and each draw out one. But the guys and the girls separate. If you want to do it together, that's fine. But we just thought it's easier to buy for the same gender. So you draw someone's name, and you get them a gift, and you can set a limit under $25 or say $25 max. That's what we're doing. But it can be anything you want to set the limit for.
And there are pros and cons to this because my family does the exact opposite. We buy for everybody. So there's pros for buying for everybody, and there's cons for buying for everybody. And there are pros and cons for doing the gift exchange too. So we're going to be talking about that too.
Yes. It is white elephant gift exchange. Now, this is the most common one I think people have heard of, and I've done this with plenty of youth groups, so it's good with a lot of people. And
A lot of people do this one.
kids can do it.
I've done it
It's
almost
just
everywhere
fun.
I've been.
Pretty much. So you tell everybody they bring a wrapped gift like this, so pretty, and you can set an amount limit if you want to make it easier. And everybody puts it in the middle. Once you get to the party, put it in a pile, and you write the number of how many people are there on different pieces of paper, and you draw numbers. Everybody gets their own number. So number one, whoever draws number one on their paper gets to go first and say, I picked this gift, and then number two goes. And they can either steal the gift or they can pick another one. And
Stealing's the fun part.
Eh.
Not for real though. Just in the
until
game.
you only have 3 times to steal one gift, and then it's locked and no one else can steal it.
But those rules are up to you. You can change them. Some people do it where you can steal the whole time, but usually it's best if you can only steal the gift up to a certain amount of times.
So then, once you get to, like, say you have 10 people, you get to number 10, and then number 1 has the last turn to either steal anyone's gift that hasn't been locked, or they can pick the final gift left.
And being the last person is really the best because you get to steal it. So, yeah. The third one is the treasure hunt type of gift exchange. A lot of families do this, especially when you don't have a lot of money to spend for Christmas because it makes the fun last longer. I usually do this when I can only get someone one present or something, and I'll leave clues throughout the house. This is good for a husband and a wife, especially us because like we're newly married, so I might do this year. And
Well, now I know.
I've seen it done a lot of different ways, but what I usually do is I leave clues around the house or riddles or something. You got to solve the riddles to find your gift. And if you don't have a lot of money to buy a lot of different gifts, then it kind of makes the fun last longer, especially for kids.
Or you can do the big gift last, like
Yeah,
you can do like little stocking stuffers all in the beginning, and then
the big last gift is all at the end. Kabang.
Yeah, so that's a good one, just to make it exciting and not just like sit down, open each gift one by one. It's like you gotta go find it, then come back, open it, and then do the next one.
Yep.
So the fourth gift exchange idea is one that my family kind of did one year. So if you want to save money like big time, or you're planning to do like this extravagant vacation to New York or Disney World, you can end up doing like really small gifts or like very few, and then just tell your kids like, oh, like we're going on a trip.
Just surprise them with a trip.
Yeah. Or you can, like my parents did, me and my sister were on dance team, and we go to Disney World every other year to compete. So as a gift, we got like a Mickey or Minnie stuffed animal, and that was to say like, oh, like y'all can go to Disney, because we didn't know if we're going. So that was really neat. Like you can always make a gift out of like, this is where you're going, like a New York, like give them an apple or something. Be creative.
The fifth one is swap toys with Santa. This is usually for kids, and what you do is on the night before Christmas, you tell your kids, hey, go pick out 3 toys you don't want anymore, or you want to give away to someone else to help them. So what they do is they go put them under the tree the night before on Christmas Eve, and then
along with some cookies and milk for Santa.
Oh, and then the next day, those toys are gone, and what's really happening behind the scenes is the parents are taking them to Goodwill or Toys for Tots or something, so other kids can have toys on Christmas, but you're also helping your kids get rid of some of the toys they don't play with anymore.
Yeah, and if they know Santa's not real, you can just tell them, hey, like this is what we did, like you were a part of that, tell them after, and then just keep it going as a tradition. I definitely want to do that when we have kids. I feel like that teaches
That'll be fun.
them good lessons. So everybody loves Pinterest, right? Yeah, totally. So you can get caught up on there for days and days. So number 6 has to do with D.I.Y your gifts.
Do it yourself.
Yeah.
She didn't know what that meant earlier.
No, I did. So you tell everybody, just make your own gifts. Like find an idea on Pinterest. Be crafty. This is for a group who knows how to do little artsy things. But you can also set a limit with like, okay, let's not use these type of materials. Like, cause some people could be really skilled in building furniture, and then you give them like this little handheld.
Yeah, it's got to be
gift.
something small.
So you gotta kind of set the limits on that. But definitely check out Pinterest, and you can get ideas on that.
There's a lot of good ideas on Pinterest.
I feel like anything homemade sometimes ends up being cheaper.
Seven. All right, that's better. Number 7.
So this is for bakers like me and other people who like to get crafty and make goodies for their friends and family. And you may not all decide like this is what you want to do, but individually, if that's something you like to do, then instead of gifts, you can't think of anything to buy someone, or you didn't plan to buy that person a gift really and you feel kind of awkward, but make them something sweet. So last year I tried to do...
I like this one.
What? Obviously, eating all the cookies. Last year I made some macaroons and some fudge, and this year I have another idea. I'm not going to tell anyone yet, but it's definitely something if you want to, get creative and bake something and use your talent and gifts and
This one is where you take your kids to the Dollar Tree or just like Walmart to the cheap section or something, and you just give them like $10 limit, and they can go buy presents for like you or your siblings, just to teach them about giving and stuff. Because a lot of kids want to give presents, and what they'll end up doing is they'll go around the house, wrap something they already own, and give it to you. But that's kind of pointless, and it makes a mess. So just take them to Dollar Tree and give them like a $5 or $10 limit so they can buy presents for anyone they want to.
And he's jumping ahead to number 9.
Number 9.
not let me live down to this day. I used to,
I don't know the story.
I told you the other day, but I used to go around the house, like I was obsessed with wrapping.
Oh,
I don't
yeah, you
know
did tell
what
me
it
this.
was. So I'd go find random objects that that person already owned. Maybe it's a gift that you already gave them and you see that they don't use it and you're like,
I think a lot of kids do this.
Maybe so. But I just loved wrapping, so I'd go find random objects and you know, you like to make the Christmas tree look a little fuller, so you keep wrapping gifts. That's not really, it's kind of a joke, it's not really an idea, but maybe if you want to do that, add a little few things under there to surprise your parents.
We did that to my mom's stuff, and she would always like wonder where it was. And on Christmas Day, she'd be like, "Oh, that's where that was. It's been under the tree the whole time."
Yeah, like practical things, like their deodorant.
Yeah.
May not be a good idea.
You don't steal your parents' deodorant. Number
10. Oh.
Number 10.
So this one is not really my favorite option, but I feel like it's necessary to include. Everyone can pretty much write down a few things that they want, a wish list for Santa, or really for each other. So whether you're doing like a draw names thing, you can have your name and then a few things listed under that. Or if you want to create a Google Docs document, everybody can put in a few things they want. And then once you know who you have or you're getting for everyone, you have a little idea of.
Yeah, so you don't just go to the store and have to buy some random thing that they're not going to use. It makes it a little bit easier buying gifts for people when you kind of know what they like or kind of are wanting. So
there's just less surprise in that, so it's kind of not my favorite option.
So what some people do is, and I do this where I work, you just kind of write what your interests are, what you like to do as a hobby. That also works too, so there's still a little more surprise involved, but yeah, it's up to y'all, whatever y'all want to do.
Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle all the way. By the way, we did win a tacky Christmas sweater.
With this thing.
Yeah,
pick it up at your local Walmart. They're going to be all over the place. This double twin thing will win you a gift card somewhere.
Yeah, and I'll teach you to stick by the other person's side and not get aggravated.
I'll also teach you how to sweat.
Hot. So this is really after all the 10 things that we just listed. But
the most important thing of all.
It is. And that is the greatest gift that you could give to anyone or receive yourself. And that is the gift of free salvation.
Through Jesus Christ our Lord.
Yes.
The true meaning of Christmas.
Yeah, so let's take out Xmas, because without Christmas and without Christ, it would be no holiday, no fun. So just remember and remind people about the true meaning of Christmas this year. And thanks for watching. If you want to see more, subscribe to my channel and check out my most recent video about faith, and I have a lot more coming for you, so keep watching.
Thanks for tuning in.
today.
LA Live.
Bye.
Bye.